Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'll do a video on my plant. I'm going to be showing you guys how I pot them and what kind of dirt I use. I'm going to tell you guys also how I take care of them. Alright, so before I start potting them, I thought I'll tell you guys where I got my pots, because I'm pretty sure some of you guys might wonder. So I got these here. They're all the same type of potting. These two here are the same, and I got all these, like all of the pots I'm about to show you, I got them at Marshall's except for two. So yeah, so these ones here is actually really heavy. I got them for $12. They were like on sale. Can you guys see? They're so heavy. And it's like a rock. Can you guys see the? And I found these two here that are just a little bit different. They're the same, but just the shape of it is a little different. And this one was 14 and the big one was 25. These ones over here, these two here, I have two of the same as this. I got it also at Marshall's. I got these ones last year, and they were like $14, $15. I can't really remember. And I also got this small one here. I think this one's like $8. I also can't really remember, but they were not super expensive or anything like that. And then I got this one at Ross. It was $4.99. Can you guys see? It was $4.99. And then I also got this one at Ross. It was $3.99. I thought it was super cheap, and when I saw this one, I fell in love with it because I was like, I want to, like, you know, keep the white pots and stuff. And then I saw this one. I really like the shape of it, but I was like, I don't know if I like the color, but I could probably in the future, if it really bothers me, I could just like spray paint or something. But I kind of liked it, so I was like, whatever. Oh, and also, if you guys are wondering why I'm in the house, I think it's about to rain outside, and also there's kids playing outside, so I didn't want them to be like in the background or anything. And so like, I'll just do it inside here, and if I spill dirt, it's whatever, I'll just sweep it up and put it in the pot. So yeah, let's get started. I've been using this soil. I've used it on those plants that I have over there. It's been like a year that I have them, and this one actually I've been having it for 2 years, and I have no problem with it. I know there's other like soils and other stuff like you could put in your pots and your whatever in your soil for your. I know there's other type of soils, or there's like, what is it called, perlite or something like that, for it to like help it breathe the dirt for the plant or whatever. But this is what I have right now, and I don't have a Home Depot near me, so I'm just gonna use this, and I think my plants should be fine because yeah.
Hi, Beauty.
Huh?
Hi, Beauty.
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
Hi, Beauty.
Beauty.
Beauty too?
Oh.
Hi, beautiful wife.
Te vas a recoger toda la tierra que se tiró porque no quisiste meter el plástico.
Ya me voy a dormir.
¿Ah?
Ya me voy a dormir.
No. I just finished potting them all, and I just want to get to it and tell you guys how I take care of them. I am not a professional. I don't know anything about plants. I just know how to take care of my plants, and this might not be the right way, and I don't really want to tell you guys how to take care of your plants if you are here to learn how to. I'm just here to tell you guys what I've done, what I do to take care of them. So we'll start off with this one. This one's called it's called like Petra Corton, something like that. I'll leave the names at the bottom. I'm not even gonna try to say them, but this one here, it's so beautiful. I saw it at Walmart. I went to Walmart and it was like in the clearance aisle, and I got it for $1. And it was all like dead, like it was so dead, and I was like, I don't care, I'm taking it home, I'm gonna love it, I'm going to water it, and it's gonna be better. And yeah, that's what happened. I got home and right away I potted it in the one that it came in, because it was in a really small one, and I was like, I think that's why it was probably dying, because it was so in such a small container. And I potted in this bigger one just so that I don't have to keep changing it. And so yeah, I got home and I watered it, and it got like it just got like this, like it looks so beautiful, like it grew, it like stood up straight. And there are some like damages on it, like there's some cuts and all that, but anyway, so this plant here, it is toxic, like for pets and stuff like that. Like it's not toxic if you're like in touching it or whatever, but if you do ingest it, it is toxic. And what else? This one also that what I read is that if these ones, they change colors, so if the leaves are green, that means that they're not getting enough light. I only have like a week with this, so I'm still trying to figure out like how it works and stuff. But I did notice that like these leaves over here, they were like super green, and then they're starting to get this like red line here. So maybe I am doing a good job. I need to water them too. I need to water them all, but yeah. And I also want to say with all my plants, their dirt, for every single one of them, when I know when to water them is like I stick my finger in and about like 2 inches, and if it's dry then I water it. If not, then I'll just leave it, and whenever it is dry then I water it. That's it. So now moving on to this one. This one's called a peace lily, and this one here, it's kind of like it's so exagerada, and this one, it will let you know when it needs to be watered. Like the leaves were like, do you see this, how it's like going down? That it does that when it wants to be watered, or it does. I've been watering it pretty good, and it's been like this, but because I know it needs to be rehomed, so now I hope that now that I put it in this, I'm pretty sure it should be happy. And it does, these also give like these flowers here, but I am not sure how to, like, I only have, it's been like 2 weeks that I have this plant, so I'm not really sure. Some of the flowers have died and some are new, some new are coming out. But I don't really care about the flowers, honestly. It likes to be in low to medium light. I had it in a window, I didn't know that, and I had it in a window and it was like kind of drooping. But I mean, since I have just a little bit, I didn't really know what was going on with it. So hopefully now that I rehomed it and I'm going to water it, I hope it like doesn't do this anymore. And this one here, it's called a dung cane. This one here is like really toxic. So this one, if you ingest it, like if you were to eat it, I read that your throat could swell, like it just swells up. So if you have kids, I don't think you should. If your kids are like, or dogs or any pets are like nosy and want to like that, I don't really recommend this plant. But yeah, and then also if you like cut it or something, every plant has suelta como a little like liquid, and that could be like kind of irritated. It could irritate your skin, but I have not experienced that, so that's just what I read, you know. And this one likes to be in medium to bright light. And this one also, the tips would, like this one here, it's getting like brown on me because when the tips get brown, it's because it needs to be watered. So, and I haven't really done a good job watering this one, so I know that that's the reason. But I mean, I don't know, because some leaves die, like any plants, some of these leaves die and then new ones grow and stuff like that, because these ones are like ugly, and I see a lot of new growth here, so I don't know. And then this one here, I just got this one, so I have no idea how to take care of this one really, but I do know that it's kind of likes to be more in the humid side, I think. This one's an indoor or outdoor plant, but I'm gonna keep mine in the indoor. And if you have one of these and your plant is like turning yellow, it might be because it's getting too much light, because this one likes to be in the light. It likes to be in bright light, but not too bright. So if it's turning yellow, it might be because it's getting a little bit too much. Maybe it's getting too like direct light, sunlight. If it's getting brown, it means that you're not giving it enough water. I'll move you over here. Now moving on to this one's here. As you guys saw, I rehomed this one. It was in this pot here, but I thought it would look really pretty here. And this one I've been having for a long time. And this one I actually got mad at my man because sometimes I take them outside and let them get a little bit of sunlight, and then I'll bring them back inside. But I left like unexpected to my mom's house for like a week, and I forgot I left them outside. But after a day that I left, I told him I put my plants inside, like, and he didn't listen to me. So they were outside like all for that whole week, and they got like sunburn. And let me show you. So this one here, as you can see, this is what happens if it stays in the sun. If it gets direct sun, it starts to burn them. This one got here a little bit, and yeah, so I got so mad at him because I'm just like, I take such care of my plants that he got them burned, but they're doing fine. They were really like this very light see-through. Oh my god, what happened to this one? It was like a really light I just stick it back in there. It was a really light color and it was like almost like see-through. And I got so mad, but it's fine. As you can see, got some sun damage here. But then I noticed that I started to grow new ones, so I'm like, okay, I take that. And this plant is the same one. This is the same. This plant came from this one, and I have 2 other ones that are long that came from the same one. And I have this one too that it's from that same one. So this one I've been having for a while now, and whenever it gets too long, I just cut it off and I replant it. Now this one, you guys, oh my god, it got burned too. But this one, I have it in a pot that is broken, and a teacup that broke, and I just put it in here. A quick story. So this one, I have it on top of my stove, and one day estaba like friendo something. I forgot what I was cooking. I don't know like what I was doing, but so I had the aceite, you know, like getting warm, like warm it up, and behind it I had a pot that I was gonna cook rice in it. So I put my rice in there and everything, and then I went to go pour raw water, and some water like spilled and jumped into the aceite. And you know, water and aceite, they don't go along. So it went like, and then it got like, and then I got scared because it made that noise because it was like early in the morning. I was like sleepy or whatever, so I was like, and then because I got scared, like I dropped more water into it, and it just went like, it was in the very, that plant was in the very corner, and because it like fire happened, it got burned, and I got so scared, and I felt so bad for my plant, but it's fine now. I can take it off. I could just take this leaf off, but I mean, it's whatever. Look how long it is. So yeah, these are all the same, from the same plant, and I have, like I said, I have 2 other plants, so just as long from the same. This is the mama basically, and those are the children. This one here, I forgot what, anyway, wait. I also forgot what the name of this one is. I cannot remember, and I don't know the name of this one either. But this one here is kind of weird, like, I don't know. My mom gave me this plant, and she was also outside when it got burned, the other ones, and I don't know, she's a little weird. Sometimes she's so beautiful and, you know, just the leaves are so big, and other times she's like this, she looks so skinny, and I don't know, but she's bringing, like, she's giving out a lot of new growth, so I'm happy. I think it was because I wasn't giving her enough light. I had her in my room and I wasn't giving her enough light, so yeah. I don't really got much to say about that one. And this one, I also just got this one too. I got it when I got this one. It's a snake plant, and they're super easy to take care of. They like to be in, what I've heard is a lot of people would think these don't like to, these don't really like to be in the bright light, but I think they actually really do enjoy the bright light. But they also can be in the low light. Also, I forgot this one here, the Duncan, also it's okay in the low light, but it prefers the bright light. So I just went ahead and repotted in this one. This one was in here, and I don't think I mentioned, but this pot I also got it at Marshall's. It was probably like $5, and you know. So the Zizi plants, this plant, if you're trying to get into plants and you don't know what, and you're like scared because you don't know how to take care of plants, I recommend the Zizi plant. It's so beautiful. It looks so fake, but it's so beautiful, and it's super easy to take care of. Sometimes I forget about her because, I don't know, I just forget about her, and she's fine. She's the only one that never has like died on me, never. Some of these leaves die and then they grow again, it's whatever. But this one, I've never had any problem with it. This one actually has, like some, they look like onions. It looks like it's growing onions or potatoes. And if you forget to water it, those balls at the bottom, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. They absorb moisture. So if you forget to like, give it water, it's like I got my own self. I'm independent. It's really forgiving, like a forgiving plant. So if you forget about it, it has its own bag. So yeah, it's just super easy to take care of. I have it right here under this window, and so it has like, it gets bright light and it's totally fine. I think it could also do fine in the low light because I had it for a while in the low light, like over here in the corner, and it also was fine. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about this one. So now moving on to this one. This one's called the Money Tree, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about this one. This one is, let me read my notes because I wrote a lot about this one. So according to my research, this one here, and I knew this, if somebody gives you this, it means like good luck. It's just like good luck, and but nobody gifted me this. I give this to myself, so I hope it brings me some type of luck. But you'll notice that it has 5 leaves, and each leaf represents something. And with the 5 leaves means water, wood, metal, fire, and earth. And yeah, that's what that means. And then it has like this cool, like, so when it starts to grow, it looks like a braid. I that's why I really liked it, because I like how if it gets bigger, it looks like a braid. And also this one, I've been having this for like a year now, and what I noticed with this one is it does like the warm, and like it's like more on the warmer side. I noticed this one I struggle a little bit because since my house is cold, sometimes the leaves fall. Well, not really, like once like a leaf starts to brown, and I just take it off because I'm like, I don't want my plant to look ugly, so I just take it off. And then I have a lot of new growth. I have a lot of new growth, and I think because I actually left this one along with this one when I left it outside when I went to my mom's, and this one didn't get burned, so I think it enjoys the outside, like the warmth, and actually started to like give out new growth. So yeah, I think I said that all these plants, I hope these plants, I feel like I'm all over the place. Plants, they like their soil to be pretty moist. I hope I said that earlier. And then the last plant that I have here is the bamboo. So the bamboos I've been having for about 3 years now. I think 2 or 3 years, I can't remember. And I did some research on them because I didn't know anything about them. I just had them, and I learned some things now that I did my research for this video. So what I learned didn't really go along with the way I take care of them, because what I researched is that they don't like to be in wet soil, like super soggy. Right now, I'm gonna clean this because of the water. But this one, I have it in dirt. A lot of people have it in like just water, but I feel like, as you could tell, once I put it in dirt, it started to grow so much and super fast. Because when I bought them, they were like up to here. They were like super small, smaller than this one here. And look how much it's grown, and I've always kept it in this super wet dirt, and that's what they say not to do, but for me it worked. And this one here, I got this one at Walmart. I got these ones at IKEA, and I got this one at Walmart, and it's grown a lot too. And what I noticed is that when you put these ones like in the bright light, they start to get like yellow. Because I noticed that with mine, that I left them in a window, by the window, and they started to get like yellow too. So I was like, no, we're not doing that. So I moved them, and they're getting better. So they don't like the bright light. And yeah, so that's the reason why they could get yellow. They also could get yellow. They could get yellow because it has too much light, or they have a little bit of light, or also I've read that if you put too much fertilizer, it could get yellow too. And it says here also, the research that I did, that it doesn't like tap water. But I always gave it tap water. That's why also, like, if you could see this, it's like all that mineral, or is that even what it's called? All that chemical that the tap water has is what this is, like the residue. And I haven't cleaned it. I haven't cleaned it ever since I got it, so it's really built up. But it's still fine. So I don't know. That's why I don't want to say that I'm a professional. Listen to me. This is how I take. No, I'm just trying to give you guys like how I take care of them and what the research says. So yeah, and also it says it likes to do really good in groups. So like here I have mine in group of 3. This one actually was in another. It had like other groups, but when I bought it, like the other ones were dying, so this was the only one I could save. And also, if you guys are wondering how this could like make it, like how do they like twirl them up, because you know they're usually just super straight, and they do it by like manipulating it. So my plants, if you could tell, they're not like bended on one side. You know, sometimes if you keep it on one direction, the plant will just reach the light and it will start to like tilt like that, right? So I always try to rotate my plants. That's why they look straight. They're not like one way. And so that's basically what they do with this. They just kind of like rotate it, manipulate it, and until like it does that. I don't really know, but that's what y'all could look in it. I think it's called let me see if I wrote it down. I didn't write it down, but if y'all are interested, y'all could just look up how do they do the twisted things on the bamboos. Hope it was kind of interesting and not boring, because I hope I made sense, because I know I could get off track super easily. And I do have more pots, so maybe I'll buy another plant. I love plants, I really, really do. And I always like think they're beautiful. Like I know they're beautiful, and I always like want to recommend them to people that don't really have plants. I hope you guys learned a little bit. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!